tooth. It looks like there's a tooth growing out of my nose.
It does, doesn't it? But those are your canines, your permanent canines that want to come in. And there's not a whole lot of room because you got that tooth.
Mm-hmm.
And those are both permanent. So you got to have some room for that to come in. And then this is the tooth we're talking about. That one right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I can see, so that's your 12-year molar right there. This wants to come in. And this is your wisdom tooth clear up in there. So you can see your backbone.
Look at my spine.
Mm-hmm.
Will it show you my brain?
This is your ear canal right there.
Will it show brain?
No.
No
Looks
brain.
pretty empty.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be right there.
Oh, geez, sorry.
You had to ask. Okay, so this tooth.
It looks empty.
Yeah, you can see.
The cavity there.
Yeah, same thing in that view of it.
Wow.
So this is our sinuses up here.
What are sinuses?
Your
Right here.
your nose, nasal passage, sinuses.
So if you have sinuses there, and then you have little ethmoid cells here, and then some more sinuses here. But these are the ones that usually get, well, they all do get infected, and you get sometimes. Some people have that anyway. So, yeah, definitely. I mean, this is one that you could save if we did a root canal. But, we can also...
It looks like they're
Get rid of
stabbing
it.
into the sinuses right here.
Yeah, that's what they do sometimes. So
what's the best option, do you think?
well, so I guess I think if we did root canal, first of all, I wouldn't want to put a crown on it yet. I would just root canal it and put a filling in, maybe even a little, depending. I might put a little post down in here as well to give us more stability inside. The one thing with rotating a tooth in, like they're talking about, is it's not. They can probably pull that. That's a ways to pull it over. At her age, you can get movement like that, like the whole tooth. Where at our age, well, my age, obviously, I'm like old and decrepit, but you guys, even at your age, you can't move a tooth like that with just tip. So that's the only movement you get. With her, you could probably do it, but like my daughter out there, we just did something similar where her 12-year molars just didn't drop, and so she just barely got done today. They latched on and tried to bring them in, but it didn't work completely. It did okay. So it's not as predictable. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that the other dentist told me is that there's not much left of that tooth, and so basically it was like trying to put a cap on a toothpick, and it's going to wobble and not stay in place, and it could give her trouble throughout her whole life, as opposed to pulling it and trying to get that wisdom tooth to move over. And we know it's years ahead, but they said the cap most likely will fall off. Now that's their opinion.
Well, no, that's not a bad thought. And I guess what I would say is probably, you say this is kind of hurting you?
A lot
Oh,
hurting
a
her.
lot. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we could get the orthodontist involved first, but yeah, I mean it's bad enough where you got this shell, the shell of tooth, kind of on both sides, and even that's not real strong. So yeah, I mean if it's hurting and we got to make a decision right now, I guess I probably would. I'd probably get rid of it and just hope for the best. Because I'm like you guys, if you put money into this thing and then it fails because we got to rely on some post to hold it over the course of her life, she's gonna end up with other things going on too. I mean, if this lasts even if we can make it last 15, 20 years, it probably is going to come out at some point just because she's so young, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you guys think?
With the amount of pain that she's been in, I'd say just remove it.
I think we got to do something for her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can figure out things as we go. What do they call it when you put
Implant.
an implant in there? If we need to do that in the future to replace that tooth, if the wisdom tooth doesn't work out,
That was the other thought.
that's a thought. Yeah.
And I guess I do think that might be, especially with her where you're young and you have a lot of bone back there. Sometimes old people, we have to do a lot of augmentation or grafting, you know. But in her case, I think we can do that and probably preserve some bone. I'm not going to worry about that today because I think there's some infection up in that space. So I would say, I mean, as far as grafting, sometimes you can do it the day of the extraction.
Yeah.
But I think we'll just leave it, let it kind of fill in on its own. You know, young people heal better than older anyway. So,
Yeah.
and then see what happens, and if they have to graft some in later or whatever we need to do, you know. So,
Okay.
so I mean, as soon as you can, I say let's get the orthodontist involved because you want to, as this comes in, you want to keep this space if we're gonna keep it. Do an
And put a
implant later,
stem
or
implant,
or bring it in and let them kind of make that. You guys make that decision.
I mean, basically, I was told that there's no hope for that tooth, and so to get it extracted, and then I have the referral already for the orthodontist, so we'll go there next.
Which orthodontist you go to?
We'll probably go the same one that Haley went to, which is right next door to Idaho.
Yeah, and Alameda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
McMinn and Brown.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like those guys a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think the more we look at this, if it was my daughter, I think this is what I'd do. I think
Yeah.
I'd get rid of it and then do something better for her down the road, you know,
Yeah.
instead of trying to. Sometimes my first thought is pulling off some miracle, but then I realize, you know, down the road it may not be the best thing, you know.
Yeah.
So let's if you guys want to do that, we can get it done today.
Yeah.
You
Let's
okay
get
with
it
that?
out of her mouth.
You'll feel better. And
I
then-
mean, he'll take good care of you. It'll be all right. I
Have
know
you-
you're nervous, but you'll be
have
fine.
you ever had the nitrous where it goes up your nose and you breathe that stuff?
I think so.
It kind of makes you feel like you're.
They call
A
it
little loopy.
kind of like laughing gas. Is
So
what
the
they
stuff that they gave me when they put the cast on my head, sort of.
They might have.
Yeah, I think they did give you. She broke her wrist a while back, and I think they did when they set your wrist. I think they laughing gassed you.
But she
So-
never has had any major dental work done, so it is scary to her. But you're in good hands.
We'll
And
be
let's
careful with you, yeah, and we'll
Let's
tell
get
you.
that out of your mouth.
You'll feel better, and I'll talk to you the whole way through. I'm not gonna do something that hurts you, okay? So we'll do lots of these.
Get her done.
Okay.
Garden out of there.
I made this video for your mom. Say, love you, Mom.
Hi.
Say, Mom, I can do this.
I'm scared.
You got it.
All right.
Okay.
We'll get her now.